All right, so over here, the complaint was not enough flush. This is the fill tube. If the water is not coming up high enough, it won't give it enough water. So instead of, like, let's say a 5-gallon flush, it's a 2-gallon flush. I am exaggerating the numbers. On that, this is a normal valve. So we're gonna pull up our sleeves real good. There's a little locking ring on the bottom on this. Luckily, this one's not locked. So we're gonna go ahead and twist this head up. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and unhook this hose. Then we're gonna twist this just a little bit because it's already connected in the bottom. So the problem with that is we gotta be careful when we work it up. If not, we'll snap it and we'll have a major water leak, and that would not be good. Normally you set these up before you put them in. They like almost screw open. This one's not sliding, so I'm gonna have to flush the toilet, shut off the water, and I'm gonna have to pull it out. Twist off the water though first. So we shut off the valve. Now our water's draining. Normally we get a little bucket and we put it underneath of there. We're going to let every bit of the water we can drain out because we don't want to make a mess on the floor. There's still going to be a little bit of residual water just because the lip on the valve or on the under the flapper. This is your flapper, your fill tube. Your flapper is connected to your fill tube. Your flapper is also connected to your handle. That requires it to flush. This catches air, which makes it hold up until the water gets low, and then it shuts. Now on this, I don't really want to unhook it, but I'm really not seeing another option. Usually they just pull up, but I do not want to break it because I'm pulling on it pretty good. So I'm gonna have to pull it out and twist it. So we're gonna drain the water. I'm gonna get a little bucket and we'll come right back. All right, we're back. I did get a little bit ahead. I was having problems with getting this separated. It wasn't coming apart like it should. Usually they just snap right apart. This one, it was a fight. So usually they just screw and they'll go click, 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 and then you can get them the area, like the length you need. This one I got a little long right now. I just want to start out and see. It's extended almost all the way up. And it looks like it would be about the right height when it shuts off. It's still going to be a little bit low, but it'll be a lot better than what it was. So I go ahead and snap the ring back in. So this keeps it from moving at all now. Not that it was moving much before. Usually we go ahead and put a new one in. This time we're not. There's nothing wrong with this one, so we're going to keep using it. So we're going to stick this back in, just like so. This nut goes on the bottom. You get it just, what I do is I get it hand tight to start off with. Once it's hand tight, then we can go in with a pair of pliers, and I push it pretty good with my hand. And then I give it a little twist up top to get exactly where I want it. So we're probably pretty good right like that. So then we'll go ahead and reconnect our water line. A lot of times I gotta get down there, but this time we might be all right. I say that and then I can't get it to go on. And these have little rubber washers in them, the new ones. The old ones didn't. They were almost like a flare fitting, if that makes sense. It pushed in there, or a compression fitting would probably make better sense. All right, so we got it hand tight, pretty snug. Make sure you hook your hose back up, because if not, it'll spray again. So we put this up. That goes in our fill tube. We'll go ahead and crack the water on. If we were going to replace the flapper, which a lot of times you have to because it keeps running water, a good way to check that is put dye in the back of your toilet. And then if you see it leaking into the bowl, then you know you have a flapper that's not working right. And that'll save you a lot of money on your water bills if you regularly keep up on your flappers. But them are pretty easy. They come off, they just connect on each side. They snap right on, snap right off. They make rubber ones that work even better. But other than that, we're pretty much wrapping up here. We're going to let it come up until it shuts off. You can see where the old water level was, and I know right now we're not going to get quite that high, but we will get close to it, at least closer than what we were. You can already see we're quite a bit higher than what we were. You never want them really much more than a ½ inch from the top. So that's about perfect. You can run them a little higher to get a little bit more out of them, but I like it right there. Then you don't have water going down your fill tube all the time and costing you money either. So that's about the perfect level. So then we'll come back and we'll go ahead and give her a flush. Now we got a real good swirl too, so we know we're back in business. Another good repair.